Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we meet the new director of MTSU's School of Concrete and Construction Management, and we learn about the plans in place for a new building to house its programs. We'll also learn about an opportunity rolling out this month to show your true blue spirit, called aptly the True Blue Give. And we explore how our renowned School of Nursing is staying on course throughout this pandemic, providing vitally needed healthcare workers for the front lines of our fight against the COVID-19 virus. I'm Andrew Oppmann, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppmann. Dr. Kelly Strong is the new director of our School of Construction and Concrete Management in the College of Basic and Applied Sciences. This is one of the signature programs of the university, and it's about to be housed in a new building that will soon be under construction. Dr. Strong, pardon the pun, has many strong stories to tell about how the school serves our students, and he joins us on Out of the Blue. Well, Dr. Strong, welcome to the program. We're awfully honored to have you on the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
There's a wonderful letter on your website where you talk about, why construction, and you really outline the things that are wonderful about the school. And you made about 4 wonderful, compelling points. And let's talk about why these are important selling points for students considering careers in your school. Of course, you begin with a paragraph talking about high average starting salaries. You also talk about how you can travel or you can be home every night. You can work from Central Tennessee or anywhere in the country and the world. To me, that sounds like there are a lot of jobs out there and a lot of opportunities.
One of the myths about construction that has persisted is that you have to go where the work is. And with modern technology and the sorts of changes in how we manage projects, there's a lot of opportunity to go to a project and move to the work if you want to, if that's exciting to you and you want to be in different places. But that's not really required as much anymore. There's an awful lot of jobs where you can be home every night by 5 or 6 o'clock. I really wanted to dispel some of the myth that persists that you got to go where the work is, because there's a lot of jobs in construction where that's not required. And there are a lot of different types of jobs. I mean, we have people that sell concrete, that mix concrete, that schedule projects, that estimate projects, they do safety inspections. Most supervisory people in the field engineers, superintendents, safety officers, increasingly because of the technology that we use now, many companies are hiring college graduates for those jobs.
Great line that you wrote here. You can work with your head, your hands, and your heart. Talk about that.
So a lot of the project management type jobs are, they require some advanced software scheduling and estimating, and project documentation is all pretty software platform driven. Those jobs where you really want to kind of grind over some numbers. We have those jobs, what I call the head jobs. You have to really be focused and concentrate. Then we have the jobs that you do with your hands, right? You're out doing quality control inspections, you're supervising mix designs, making sure crews are in the right place. So you're out there really working with your hands. I think construction kind of gets in your blood if you love it. And some of the really magnificent projects that you get to build, they stick with you. They're a source of pride for people throughout their whole lives. So all 3 of those things we hear from our alumni all the time that they like that we prepared them for that.
You've already answered this 4th point with everything you've said, but you mentioned that you work with talented, creative people on amazing projects. And speaking of amazing projects, I know there's one about to be done here on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University for your school. Can you tell our viewers about the new building that's going to house the school? And I think we've got a groundbreaking ceremony coming up in March.
That's correct. Yes, so the contractor took over the site in January to start demolition. So we're kind of officially underway. The groundbreaking, as you said, is scheduled for March. There's some really exciting things going on in that building. We have worked closely with the designer and the builder to have classrooms where walls are exposed and ceilings are exposed. The wall that divides the mechanical and electrical equipment room, which in most buildings is covered up because it's not cool, right? But for art students, that's exciting. They like to see that. So they're going to be able to look into the mechanical and electrical equipment room and see the gauges and the dials and the printouts and the reads. We're going to have a concrete printer, a 3D concrete printer, so we can print structures. That's kind of an emerging technology. And probably importantly, the designer and the contractor and our facilities group have very graciously agreed to keep a library, an archive of all of the documents, all of the plans and specifications and contracts and meeting minutes, all of the facilities management type reports that go into it. And they're going to share that file with us so that our students will be able to see real subcontracts and real safety reports and real schedules for a building that they are occupying. So it becomes very real to them, I think, how those words and drawings on paper get translated into a space that everybody walks through every day. So we're really excited about that.
Wonderful to hear this. The groundbreaking tentatively scheduled for early March. Well, Dr. Strong, we've had a lot of news coverage about some innovative partnerships between the school and the Nashville Grand Prix. And you've also got some engaging faculty research that's on the books that you're tackling. So let's start first with the Grand Prix. Just real briefly, talk about what that project entails and the opportunity it's going to provide to our students.
Sure. So Dr. Heather Brown from our Concrete Industry Management program, she's working with local precast industry on creating a mixed design for the crash barriers. The concrete walls that you see, those are crash barriers, and they have to be movable. And she's working on a mixed design that is more environmentally conscious. It consumes a lot less energy in the production, but still meet all the safety criteria, because those crash barriers really they have to meet a very technical standard for protecting drivers and fans along the Grand Prix route. So the students are involved in how you determine what mixed design might work best, testing it, and all those sorts of things that are very unique. You know, it's not a standard precast product. It's very highly technically designed. So our students are getting to be involved in that, and that's very exciting. We also just started conversations with Tony Johnston, a professor in the Ag School. He's in the fermentation science program, and he has a partnership started with universities in South America where they would like to experiment in making wine in very large concrete vats because it's easier to control the temperature. So again, a very specific sort of concrete application. We're on the cutting edge of that stuff, and our students benefit every day from being in class with faculty that are doing that sort of research. And I think, importantly, that's one of the things that I'm really proud of at Middle Tennessee State University is the faculty that are doing the research are in the undergraduate classroom, and you don't find that necessarily every place you go. So our best researchers are also our best teachers.
Well, Dr. Kelly Strong, the director of the School of Concrete and Construction Management, we're so grateful that you've become True Blue, and I can't think of a better underscoring of why you became True Blue than what you just said about the opportunities that you're providing students. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll be right back.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
Middle Tennessee State University offers more than 100 master's and doctoral degrees designed for working professionals. Many of MTSU's graduate programs are offered partially or completely online. More information is available at mtsu.edu/graduate.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. On February 14th, 15th, and 16th, the Division of University Advancement, the folks that bring you the development efforts, and our Alumni Relations Office, are going to be reintroducing you to the True Blue Give, a fantastic way for you to show your True Blue support and learn about great programs in need of your assistance. To tell us all about it is Kristen Keene, our Director of Annual Giving. Well, Kristen, welcome back to Out of the Blue.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me.
I tell you, it is great to have you on the show in February because I know what that means. That means the True Blue Give is just around the corner. What are the dates for this year's True Blue Give?
That's right. It happens February 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Wow. Okay. Now, let's just say that I'm one of the few people that do not know what the True Blue Give is because you had amazing success last year, and we'll talk about this. But let's give folks that are brand new to the concept a little background. What's the True Blue Give, and how do I get involved with it?
So the True Blue Give is an online fundraising, crowdfunding effort that we started in 2018 with some alumni and friends of MTSU. They wanted a way to get engaged in giving back to MTSU. And so crowdfunding, as you know, is where it's at, online giving. And so we started in 2018 with the True Blue Give. So really, really easy for folks to get online and give. They can share it with social media with their friends. They can email it. So it was just a way to be able to share with everybody how you can give and support MTSU.
It is so exciting to see alumni and friends get engaged with this because there are a lot of opportunities to give. There's some great background and programs that you can find out specifically that really make themselves known during True Blue Give, but you can also give to the entire university. But let's pivot on some of those great programs that they're raising their hand and trying to get the exposure and the attention of potential donors. What are some of this year's highlights?
So scholarships are obviously our biggest priority. No different than any other year, really, Andrew. Scholarships allow our kids to excel. And so scholarships might be a little bit bigger of a priority this year just because of the global pandemic that we've been in. You know, students' families and their own incomes have been impacted. So scholarships are really important. For example, we are committed to doing 50 scholarships for 50 student teachers. So we need to support future teachers. So we're really making an effort in this month's True Blue Give to get some extra scholarship support for our future teachers. That also holds true for our nursing students. As we've seen in this global pandemic, nurses, how we have relied on nurses. And we train the best nurses in the area, in the state, maybe in the region from our School of Nursing. So we're really looking to up our scholarship support for our future nurses. Those are just two examples of some of the areas that we're really, really looking for alumni to support.
So many things had to pivot to virtual and online. What's cool about what you've done with the True Blue Give is it was already virtual. It was already online with so many great videos and stories and storytelling about the needs and opportunities to give. So how do I find this information? Where do I go to find out about the True Blue Give if I'm on my computer?
So super, super easy. You can go to www.mtsu.edu/TrueBlueGive, or you can text MTSU to 71777.
That is wonderful. And we will end this segment with that reminder one more time because I want to make sure folks know how to get to it. But let's talk about last year's True Blue Give because it was really one of the pride points of a difficult 2020. We were able to score some amazing record-setting results for the True Blue Give. Can you talk about how we did?
Yes, so True Blue Give 2020 raised $458,000 from almost 1,000 MTSU alumni and friends. And that's so impactful, Andrew. You know, there were athletic scholarships that were supported, academic departments got to buy lab equipment. Of course, scholarships were a big part of that. Student emergency funds were supported. So that was so critical that people donated to scholarships and student emergency funds early in 2020. And then we were able to make awards for our students that were in need this entire past year. So really, True Blue Give 2020 set us up to make it through the pandemic.
Very much so. And I know so many of those personal stories, if it wasn't for the support during that True Blue Give, like you said, days before we had to revert to online learning in March, and all of those needs started to reveal themselves. I shudder to think all of the students that would have gone in need of help and support if it wasn't for the generous efforts of our donors and your work in the Office of Development. So one of the things that really amazes me about the True Blue Give, you talked about how easy it is. It is a seamless process, right? I mean, if I have a mobile phone, I have access to a website, that's all I need, right? I mean, you'll step me through those processes automatically, right?
Absolutely. So you can just go to www.mtsu.edu/TrueBlueGive, or if you're on your phone, you can just text MTSU to 71777, and the True Blue Give site is there, and you can donate to anything that you love on campus.
Well, I promised you would say it one last time before we left, and that was the final tag to that. Kristen, you do a fantastic job as our Director of Online Giving. I just want to throw in one final plug. I understand that there's a generous donor or donors that are going to be matching up to the first $75,000 that we get from this year's campaign, correct?
That's correct. We've been working with alumni and friends for months and months to secure those matching funds. So they have generously already donated, and some of those are still coming in. But yeah, so if you give during the True Blue Give, up to $75,000 of that money will be matched by other MTSU alumni. So that's great. They want to make your gift double its impact. And so they've already secured matching money to do that. Yeah.
So that's an incentive to go early, right? If I'm in that first 75?
Absolutely. So if you want to give to those nursing scholarships that I was talking about, and you want your money to be doubled, yeah, give early on the 14th of February. And we're going to make sure that your gift is matched by those other MTSU alumni. Yeah.
Kristen Keene, I look forward to you coming back to the show to tell me how great True Blue Give 2021 was. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate everything you do for our university.
Thank you, Andrew. We appreciate you guys.
And we'll be right back.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppman. Graduates of our renowned School of Nursing and the College of Behavioral and Health Sciences have been on the front lines of our nation's response to the COVID-19 crisis. Here on campus, we faced additional challenges in getting those students ready to face careers in the healthcare industry and provide opportunities in healthcare facilities and partner hospitals. Here to talk about those educational challenges is Professor Todd Vickery of the School of Nursing. Well, Professor, welcome to Out of the Blue, and it's an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
These are challenging times for everybody at the university. The pandemic and our response to it has required so much innovation and so much change, and the School of Nursing has really been on the front lines in so many ways. Can you talk a little bit about some of the specific and unique challenges the school has had to overcome?
You know, whenever this first started about a year ago, of course, PPE was very hard to come by. Facilities were having to save that for their own employees, and we really didn't know much about it. So there was a risk of exposure of students. So we really lost a lot of facilities and a lot of placements. And over this past year, we've really done a lot to work with the facilities, move forward, make some modifications as we go along to make sure that the students are actually getting in the clinical facility, because it's very hard for them virtually. We are a very hands-on major, and to be able to give them the skills once they graduate to actually go out there and take care of some of these, COVID patients has been quite difficult.
You mentioned, of course, that hands-on opportunity. It's a hallmark of MTSU for the School of Nursing. It's vital. Can you talk a little bit more in depth about some of your partners, the facilities that you work with, and maybe some of the things that they've done to help connect our students with the opportunities? Because I assume those graduates are their potential future employees, and they want them to get the best training as well.
Yes, and that was some of the concern, is whenever we started that some of these graduates were going to be going out there not having had hands-on for several months before they actually get into the facility and start working and caring for these patients. So, the facilities that we use, HCA TriStar, St. Thomas Health, some of these others, they've done a really good job of making sure that the students have the PPE, making sure that they're having more exposure with some of these patients that we're seeing. A few of the things that we are doing through MTSU is vaccines. We're trying to get our students vaccinated, so that way it kind of protects them and opens their patient population up. The other thing that we're doing is we've never had our students fit tested for the N95 respirator, which is needed to take care of COVID patients. And through our lab coordinator, Joyce Finch, we just ordered fit test kits, and we're going to start fit testing our own students now. So they're going to have the ability to go in ready for the PPE that's needed for COVID positive patients.
Just more things that we've never thought we'd have to do because of this pandemic. How do you prepare students for not only the rigors of healthcare service, which is intense to begin with, but this additional pressure and this additional demand for being on the front lines of COVID-19?
I think really the best way to get students prepared for it is to put them in it, let them see what they're doing, get them in these facilities, taking care of these patients, letting them see the disease process. This is, not like anything we've really seen before, and we're learning, day by day. And with that, getting the students in the facility, they can not only see how the other nurses are responding and these other frontline workers are responding, but they're also helping take some of the load off of these nurses that have just been overworked. And really are going through tough times right now, because they go in and everybody's seen the pictures of the nurse that's been wearing the mask for 12, 14 hours and has the lines on their face. So I think it's really exposure and getting them in there and letting them, know that this is what's going to be expected of you. This is the career you signed up for, and we're going to help you through it.
We're very proud of the School of Nursing. It is a top program in the nation. Not only are you proud of our graduates, but you've got to be proud of the continued excellence of the school. That we produce graduates that can rise to these kind of challenges.
And we, just like you said, we have always ranked very high when it comes to the state and even the Southeast region about our nursing program. And really, it is due to the fact that we take great pride in our program. All of our faculty takes great pride in our program. And I think MTSU takes pride in the program that they have. And they really give us the opportunity to kind of step outside of the bounds and see some of these challenges and say, okay, we can't have our graduates going out there not prepared to take care. So what do we need to do to move forward? We're trying to get the students ready. So whenever they go to clinical in February, they are stepping onto the floor just as prepared as a new nurse would be if they were coming off of orientation and being a graduate. So that has been our goal. And I think that everybody working together is going to make that happen.
I know there's camaraderie and respect for all nursing programs across the region in Tennessee, but what makes MTSU special? Why have we consistently ranked so high in all of these rankings and different objective measures? What makes our program unique?
I think it's just high standards. Whenever you have a faculty that from top to bottom is 100% on board with maintaining the highest standard and walking around with this MT on our scrub top and knowing that everybody sees us and says they're MTSU, that School of Nursing is amazing. Whenever you have all your faculty from, Jenny Sauls all the way down buy into that and have that kind of pride, it comes, I'm not going to say easy, but we enjoy doing it.
Well, Professor Todd Vickery of our School of Nursing at Middle Tennessee State University, thank you for everything you do to prepare these students to enter this field. Thank you for everything you've done for our graduates that are currently serving in the nation in this pandemic. We appreciate all you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
And that does wrap up another edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder that you can find news about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. Also, you can follow MTSU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for additional special content. And a reminder, for information about our response to the coronavirus, go to that special website, mtsu.edu/coronavirus. I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain true blue.